Yo, what's going on? What's happening? Most of the times when I look in the comment section of my videos, I always hear this echo of a comment. And it goes like this. Man, Langston 2092, you always ranting. You always yelling, complaining about what's going on in today's society. Instead of giving solutions, in which I do, you always talk about the problems. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you going to do about it? Yeah, true indeed. Hyperinflation is going on, and there's wars going across the world and people more glued and concerned about, social media and on their cell phones. But at the end of the day, you talking about it's not going to do any good. What are you going to do about it? And my reply to that is that I'm not a one-man army. I'm not, as for a lot of you all that practice the religion Christianity, I'm not the Christ. I'm not the Messiah. The only thing that I can do is give my contribution to the mission in the form of these videos. Let people know what's going on in today's society. Because a lot of people are unaware. Why are they unaware is because their main concern is their individual families. They got to take care of their individual families. And even though these things that are going on in life may or will affect you, if not in the present, definitely in the future, this is what society has us focused on. Not tomorrow, but right now. Right now. And we're robots. All we do is go to work. In between that, of working and home, we eat, shit, and sleep. And that's it. And some of you all may say, well, you know what, man, you're talking about a great contribution towards the mission and, you spread the knowledge and all the rest of that stuff. Well, why don't you go out and vote? Yeah, true indeed. We don't have any power. You're right, Brother Langston. But we do have the power in voting. And my reply to that is, so let me get this right. I'm giving it to you raw today. Like, I've never said this, but maybe this may hit you. So you want me to trust in a businessman that's running for president or a prosecutor? When have one of those, if not both of those combined together, have done anything to benefit the American people? Because that's exactly who and what Donald Trump is. A businessman first. As well as Kamala Harris. She's a prosecutor first. This man, Donald Trump, has put people out of their homes. And this woman, Kamala Harris, has put people in jail. And you telling me that the power that I have is in the vote to vote for one of these two idiots to become president? And if anyone knows anything about the power that the president has, right? You'll know this. Whatever type of policies that they may, have, you're not going to see Donald Trump's or Kamala Harris's policies until a year or two later. We're going to have to live Bidenomics, or whatever they call it, for another year out. And that's real talk. In the meantime, houses, the price of houses in the housing market is ridiculous. Starter homes are ridiculous. In the meantime, food is ridiculous. The price of food is ridiculous. They got so many goddamn names to inflation till it's ridiculous. You got hyperinflation, you got funflation, you got shrinkflation. I was like, holy shit, they finally gave a name to the shit. Because I used to go to the grocery store and I was like, yo, man, let me go ahead. Prime example, I'm gonna go and get some coconut oil, right? And at that point in time, it was, let's say, for example, coconut oil for 25 ounces was $16, right? I'm talking about unrefined, pure, organic coconut oil, right? Couple months later, that same coconut oil was $25, but the ounces had depleted. So now when I go to the grocery store, it costs $25. It's the same price, but it's less ounces. It's 16 ounces instead of 25. Well, you know what they call that? Shrinkflation. When the companies and corporations have a product and they don't reduce the price because they say, well, you know what? People can't afford it these days, So we're going to keep the price the same way, but we're going to shrink the product. We're going to give them less of what they originally paid for when it came to that particular product. In other words, if you don't get what I said, we're going to shrink the amount of the product, but keep the price the same. I just want to know, since we're dealing with these different types of inflation, when is ignorant inflation going to go down? Straight up. Because that's what we are as a people nowadays. When we believe that one person is going to change things, whether it be me or the fucking president of the United States. And I'll go as far as to say, no disrespect to all you religious people, including Jesus Christ himself. We got to put down that ideology, believing in one person that can change the world. Not, at least not in this day and time. Black people still looking for a black messiah to come and save them. Well, look what they did to Martin. Look what they did to Malcolm. Look what they did to Marcus Garvey. They didn't kill him, but they threw him out of America. So you can't depend on one particular person. We got to depend on ourselves. We have to come together as a collective. And I know that's not going to happen. Whether you're talking about the black community or just all races in combination, all coming together. Why? Because there are some people that are profiting off of the average American suffering. Straight up. I heard, almost brought tears to my eyes. I saw a black woman on YouTube saying, y'all better come and get these houses. This happens in Georgia. I think every Tuesday she goes to court and it's a couple of hundred houses that are in foreclosure, meaning that these people have lost their house and they've gotten kicked out of their houses and they selling these foreclosed homes for cheap. And I'm like, so where's the empathy? You know what I'm saying? For the people that got kicked out. Like the average American, let alone a specific black person, doesn't sit back and say to themselves, okay, I know I got this house, I got this mortgage to pay, or I got rent to pay. I think I'll take that Louis Vuitton belt or pocketbook over paying the rent. No, that's what a nigga does. The average black American knows that, I need to take care of my priorities first. But it ain't no what if, It's like, yo, it's to the point where now the money is not, you're getting paid the same amount. The average person is getting paid the same amount that they've been getting paid for a year, 2 or more. In other words, what I'm saying is your paycheck is trying to catch up with inflation. And I'm sorry to say this, and I know you're sad to hear this. Your paycheck is not doing a good job. It's out of breath. It's slowing down. It's saying, oh, 1 minute. I need water. And they have the nerve to call it hyperinflation. So you know that motherfucker's, this is hyperinflation. Your paycheck ain't gonna never be able to catch up to that motherfucker. And they know it. They know it. And it's crazy. When is the ignorant inflation gonna come on down? We gotta stop ignoring the truth. We gotta stop being ignorant. And we gotta look at the truth, no matter how bad it hurts, in the eye and say, you know what? We gotta do something. Because sooner than later, Americans won't be able to afford to live in America. None of us. I know how some of you all do. You look down on the low class. Well, sooner than later, the wealthy and the 1% will be looking down on you. And where will you be? Along with the low class people. Because I don't know if you got the memo or not, or email. But ain't no such thing as middle class anymore. It never was, because middle class was just stating that you were living from one paycheck to the next. At least in a black world, middle class was just stating that you was able to pay your bills. In the black world, in the black community. But nowadays, ain't no such thing as no middle class. That shit is gone. Straight up. That's real talk. But yeah, man, like, it's to the point where, like, for real, like, you know, I know some people still managing. You know, you got your credit cards, and you know, you going to school, and you got to pay that money back. But you getting a little, you know, your little bit of money every 2-3 months or whatever, and you using that money to pay the bills. You got all your hustles. Some of you all in the black market, you know what I'm saying? It's funny how they call it black market, but we ain't gonna get on that. Y'all got your illegal hustles and your legal hustles going on, and you doing whatever it takes to get by. But eventually, that shit ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna be enough. Eventually, shit is gonna be too high to the point where you just gonna be like, yo, man, for real, I'm just gonna have to motherfucking damn go under this bridge and put a tent up and pee in a pot. Shit and pee in a pot. Because I can't afford it. It's real talk. Yo, seriously. I know I've said numerous of times, you know what I'm saying, throughout these past 2-3 years that I'm leaving Charlotte. Yo, seriously, this is my word. I have no choice but to leave. Because there's no way in the hell I could be able to afford it. Straight up. I'm looking at my lifestyle, the way that I eat. You know what I'm saying? The things that I like doing. The free time that I like having. And if I were to stay here in Charlotte another year, I wouldn't be able to do half of the shit that I'm used to doing. Straight up. And watch this. It's not even coming to a time. The time is already here where you're doing the shit that you used to do, but you gotta work double the time. You gotta put in more money into some shit that you used to doing. Like, for an example, if you used to go into the movies every Friday and Saturday, right? And after you go to the movies, or before you go to the movies, you treat yourself or your wife or your family out to eat. And let's just say that price tag back in the days was $40. Just for an example. A night out, on a Friday night, right? So Friday and Saturday you go out, it's $80 total. Well, you can't do that anymore. That's double. Now it's $160. Now your 40 night Friday and your 40 night Saturday is an 80 night Friday and an 80 night Saturday. In combination, $160. It's like America's not giving us anything but more debt. Or we just paying more for shit that we normally have. I sat here the other day and listened to this fucking broad, this on local news, WBTV News, tell the charlatans that the price of, even though these motherfuckers is losing, this 6 years they've been losing. The Carolina Panthers. They saying that the Carolina Panther tickets are going up, and the football team that we have, this also known as the soccer ball team, that price is going up too. The seats. And I'm sitting here like, first and foremost, I don't know about the soccer shit, but the football, Carolina Panthers, y'all need to decrease your fucking sales. I think that there should be a stipulation to the shit where you can't increase your tickets unless you're winning. We talking about a bunch of motherfucking losers. Them niggas ain't been good since this man did this shit. Since Cam Newton was here. Cam Newton been at his podcast on YouTube now. He doing great. He doing good for himself. But not the Carolina Panthers. But yo, listen, I mean no harm. I know some of y'all don't like the cursing and all the rest. I gotta just be myself though. The bitch started stuttering because she was trying to figure out how could she explain the reason why. I don't know if the teleprompt that she was reading off was jittered or fucked up, but she started stuttering. She was stumbling and stuttering over her words when she was trying to explain why the tickets are going up. It's gotten to the point where it ain't no more, because of this and because of that and the virus and this, and that and so forth. It ain't none of that anymore. There ain't no reasons why fucking food, the price of food and gas and all the rest of that shit is going up. No reason. I don't give a fuck what they say when it comes to the eggs and the milk. And they said some shit about it's another flu going around. So let me get this right. First it was the cow flu, the bird flu, chicken flu. What the fuck? It's to the point, this is my point that I'm making. It's to the point where niggas is running out of excuses on why prices are still climbing. Listen. I'd rather for them to just be like, yo, we going up on the prices. Why are y'all going up on the prices? Thank you. Cause we want to, motherfucker. And it ain't shit y'all gonna do about it. Thank you, politician. Thank you, corporations, because that's what you've been saying indirectly for years. I respect, metaphorically speaking now, no homo in me. I respect for a nigga that's gonna bend me over to at least lubricate so it won't be as hard. So I can brace for the pain. Instead of someone just giving it to me. Sha! And to be truthful with you, lubricating me up is just telling me the truth. Straight up. Instead of lying to me. Real shit. That's one thing Mama always told me. She said she hates a liar. So why the fuck? I know this. I don't know about the white community. I don't know about the non-black community. But that's one thing Big Mama always told us in the black community. One thing I hate is a liar. Because if you lie, you cheat and you steal. You a cheater. You a liar and you steal from people. I'm just trying to understand. I'm talking to the black community now. How in the world we don't let anyone out hustle us in the street, but we allow people to out hustle us on Capitol Hill, in the White House? It's real shit. I can't take your money when we outside rolling dice. You gonna be like, ho, 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 whoa, 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 whoa. Let me see them dice. Oh, them shit's rigged. But I can steal your vote. I could take your money and give it to Ukraine, and you don't say shit? Come on. Come on, man. Let's be real. The day is coming. The day has come where prices have gone so far to the point where Americans are not able to afford to live in America anymore. Real shit. And we still walking around like la da 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 da. Yeah, let me tell you something, seriously. I'm gonna get out of here, but I just want to tell y'all something for real. Listen, you don't even have to look at the news. Straight up. You don't have to look at the news to know that this shit is fucked up. This 4th of July, no. Let me take it back. The previous 4th of Julys in my community, you had people out here pop. Man, listen, I couldn't even go to sleep. I don't deal with fireworks and shit. Pew, pew, boom, boom, bam, 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 boom, boom. I live a couple of minutes away from South Carolina. So you go straight in South Carolina and shit right around Carowinds. It's tons of fucking places where you can get fireworks from. The previous 4th of July has been off the hook. This year, I'm not lying. I kid you not. I'm not embellishing on the truth. This year, it was one person out, and I heard this. And I saw the sky light up purple, and that was it. Over. Previous years, I'm driving through the community. I don't even eat meat. But that shit smelled good than a motherfucker. I remember what chicken used to taste like. I remember Big Mama's chicken. How her chicken used to taste. No lie. You'll bite somebody's hand off and shit to get to that chicken. I know it. Y'all don't hear me though. I remember the fish fries. Flounder? Whiting? Oh! And I know you're gonna say, well, how you eat flounder? You know, flounder didn't have no pure. I didn't give a fuck about that shit. I'm black. All I cared about at that time was the taste. I remember what steak salmon tasted like. And even the canned salmon. I remember what salmon croquette used to taste like. So when I'm riding through the community, previous summers, I'm smelling barbecue chicken, fish, Fried chicken. I'm smelling all types of shit. I'm like, damn, I wish I was invited. Knowing I don't eat none of that shit, but just the smell of it. This summer? Damn, ain't nobody out. The point I'm trying to make to you is nobody cooking out. Nobody's popping fireworks. Nobody's celebrating these holidays that they have the day off like they used to. Because everybody's pockets is done. Motherfuckers is just like, yo, man, fuck the day off. I'm going to go to work because they telling me that I get time and a half. This past summer, I'm not lying. I used to. I walked through our community. If not walk, ran, or not. If I didn't walk or run, I was biking it. Ain't nobody outside. Nobody. It's a desert. And you may say, well, shit, man, it was hot out there. Blah, 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 blah. Man, let me tell you something. Heat don't stop motherfuckers from going outside, cooking out, from hanging out outside and shit, at least throwing their kids outside and saying, get out there, don't come back until later on. Nah, man, niggas is at work trying to keep up with today's economy. That's real shit. Because it's gotten to the point where Americans can't even afford to live in America anymore, and that's sad. That's sad. The American dream is done. We done woke the fuck up, and the nightmare ain't even a nightmare anymore. It's a reality. And that's truth. So, it is what it is, man. You know? Either you fall with it, or you get out of it. Because the shit has already hit the fan. And it smells. It smells really bad.